The boy who hid behind the wall. In a small town surrounded by hills and dusty roads, there lived a young man named Daniel. Daniel was quiet, thoughtful, and kind, but there was one thing that troubled him deeply: he was terrified of crowds. Whenever he walked into a room full of people, his heart would race like thunder. His hands would shake. His thoughts would become tangled. Even at family gatherings, he would stand in corners, pretending to check his phone so no one would notice how uncomfortable he felt. Daniel admired people who could speak boldly, laugh loudly, and command attention. To him, confidence looked like a gift only a few people were born with. One afternoon, his grandmother noticed him sitting alone outside during a village celebration. "Why are you hiding here?" she asked gently. Daniel sighed. "I just don't belong with crowds. Everyone else seems confident. I feel invisible." His grandmother smiled and sat beside him. "Do you know why mountains stand tall?" she asked. Daniel looked confused. "Because they are strong." "Yes," she said, "but they were not born tall. They grew through pressure, storms, wind, and time." Daniel stayed silent. Then she continued, "Confidence is not something people are born with. It is something built little by little." That night, Daniel thought deeply about her words. The next morning, he decided to try something different. Instead of avoiding people, he would challenge himself little by little. On the first day, he simply smiled at a stranger in the market. On the second day, he greeted the shopkeeper confidently. On the third day, he joined a conversation for only 2 minutes before leaving. Each step felt uncomfortable, but he kept going. Weeks passed. Slowly, Daniel realized something surprising: most people were too busy worrying about themselves to judge him. The crowd he feared so much was filled with ordinary people carrying their own insecurities. One evening, the village organized a talent gathering. Hundreds of people arrived. Music filled the air. Laughter echoed through the streets. Daniel almost stayed home. But then he remembered his grandmother's words. Mountains grow through storms. With trembling hands, he walked into the crowd. At first, fear returned. His chest tightened. His mind whispered, "You don't belong here." But instead of running away, Daniel stood still and took a deep breath. Then he noticed something: nobody was laughing at him. Nobody was staring at him. In fact, a few people smiled warmly as he passed by. A man nearby accidentally dropped his bag of fruits. Without thinking, Daniel rushed to help him pick them up. "Thank you," the man said with a smile. "You seem like a good person." Those simple words changed something inside Daniel. For the first time, he understood that confidence was not about being the loudest person in the room. It was not about perfection. It was not about never feeling nervous. True confidence was walking into a crowd while afraid, and choosing not to hide. As months passed, Daniel became more comfortable around people. He started sharing ideas during meetings. He made new friends. He even began speaking at small community events. People started calling him confident. But Daniel knew the truth. Confidence did not arrive in one magical moment. It was built every time he faced fear instead of running from it. And from that day forward, whenever someone asked him the secret to confidence in a crowd, he would smile and say, "You do not become confident before entering the crowd. You become confident by surviving it."